Sefton. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. Quite the surprise that Rocksteady is making Batman Arkham VR. It was a big reveal, an amazing kind of tease in the press conference, and I think I can officially say now that I've actually had a chance to play this and experience it. So it's not just sort of a teaser trailer. It's a real game, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Cool. And you know, the thing that I think a lot of people really need to know is that this is you and the core Rocksteady team that built the Batman Arkham games building this. I think a lot of people might be surprised. Why did you want to make this your next project, Sefton?
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of surprised ourselves, really, because at the end of Arkham Knight, we said, like, that's our final Batman experience.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity came up to make a VR game, and it just felt like such an interesting way to expand the Batman universe, because it's great to have a virtual experience, but to actually role-play as Batman just felt like another addition on top of that. It felt like a really enriching way to tell more of a deep Batman story.
Yeah, and I got to, you know, you guys did such a great job, the world that comes alive around you, because you know, you're there as Batman, you're in the Batcave, you put the cowl on, then you have this utility belt.
Yeah.
And tell us about sort of each hand. What do you have in each hand?
So one of the big things we've done is we've designed it for the Move controllers.
Yeah.
So you can play with a normal controller, but because you've got the Move controllers, you can really reach in and interact with the world, which makes it such a rich experience. And then you have the great suit-up sequence of actually putting on the cowl and seeing yourself in the mirror as Batman, which is a really lovely moment.
Yeah.
The gadgets on the belt, so you have the Batarang. You also have the grapple gun, so you can use the grapple gun to get around, and you just point and look like you were doing the Arkham games. And you have a forensic scanner as well to scan for clues in the environment and interact. And it's really a detective story, so that's why the forensic scanner.
Oh, yeah, I know you do such a great job. And I remember, you know, Alfred comes up to me, and it's like I hit the key on the piano, go down to the Batcave, and you do a great job sort of immersing you in the Batman world. And as you said, there's this sort of very similar to sort of, you know, the Arkham games, there's crime scenes where you're going to go. And there's another sequence where you're sort of rewinding through a crime scene and kind of looking around, trying to piece together what's happening, right?
Yeah, that's right. You get you go to a kind of a murder mystery scene. I don't want to give too much away, but you know, people will see and get to play it here. But you get to see reconstruct the fight between two characters, between Nightwing and a mystery assailant.
Yeah.
And you see that happening all around you. You're watching that for clues and trying to dissect what happened and reconstruct everything that happened, but seeing that actually physically around you, it's kind of a very emotional moment when you play it.
Oh yeah, no, you guys do an amazing job with it. Now we heard obviously the Joker in the teaser there. Yeah. I heard what it sounds like Kevin doing the voice of Batman when I was playing it. So how does this tie narratively into the Arkhamverse?
Yeah, it's definitely within the Arkhamverse. It's very kind of richly woven into the stories that we've told before. But we've also made sure that if you've never played an Arkham game, you can still pick it up and all the clues are there. You can totally understand what's happening. I kind of don't want to give too much away because the whole point of the story, it's like a murder mystery. We really wanted to tie into that rich history of Batman and focus on that world's greatest detective angle, because VR really lets you experience that presence, you know, and that feeling of interaction. And so you have to think like Batman more than ever before. So that's what I think is really rich about the experience.
But I take it that some of our favorite villains from the Arkhamverse will be in there?
Yeah, so we've got Joker, as you said. You heard Joker monologuing over the trailer. We've got, who else have we got in there? I don't want to give too much away.
Okay, but I feel like it's some of our favorites. It's great to see them again in the context of VR. Now, we should probably set the stage for the scale and scope of this game, too. You know, it's coming out in October. So this is not, you know, a 25-hour huge Batman adventure, right? I mean, how would you describe the scale of what you're building?
Yeah, it is a focused story because what we didn't want to do was kind of create something that was sprawling but kind of low quality. We wanted something very high quality. So we had, as you say, the vast majority of the Arkham team on there working on this. And it's about, I guess, it's really weird in VR because people experience it in different ways. If you're, you know, I'd say somewhere about 60 minutes for the story and at least that again and more to replay and find out all the secrets. And really, you have to play it a few times to unravel the mysteries that are in there as well. So there's a lot in there, and it's, for us, it was about the kind of texture and how rich we could make it rather than trying to create in a long experience that didn't have that texture.
Yeah, well, it's one of the most immersive VR experiences. I think a lot of it is because of the way an established character you know and a game world that you love, and you guys have done a really great job sort of translating that over. And even the look of the game is slightly different than sort of the Arkham games, and very accentuated. And Alfred, when he's standing in front of you, it's so powerful.
Yeah.
You guys have done a really amazing job. Have you solved how to do the Batmobile in VR?
You may get to see the Batmobile, but you're not going to get to drive it.
Not in this one. I was going to say, that might be a little motion sickness. But yeah, no, I'm so excited to see you guys doing this. Obviously, wrapping up the Arkham trilogy, I think a lot of people thought you guys would be done with it, so it's nice to see you sort of coming back, and you want a little more, it sounds like.
Yeah, I mean, we thought we were done with it as well, and it was really, I think for us, we always just want to tell great stories.
Yeah.
So VR opened up the opportunity to tell a new story in a totally different way to any way we'd done before. So that was what really drew us back in.
Well, you're such an incredible designer. I think your talents are underappreciated, and what you did with the Arkhamverse was incredible, and it's so exciting to see you kind of getting your hands into the world of VR and experimenting with the team at Rocksteady. So Sefton Hill, everybody. Batman Arkham VR. Make sure to check it out.
Cool.
Awesome. Thanks Sefton. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Great to see you.
Thanks.
All right. Well.